It's the guiding force behind us. The three principles sort of like guide us through our work. Whenever things are difficult, we just remind each other that about our state of mind. I'm Malik Edwards. I'm the boys' treatment manager. I manage the boys. I'm basically a head counselor for the boys, and I supervise the behavioral staff. These are kids that don't normally go to school, that won't go to school on a regular basis, and they're mandated here by the court. Some of them were going to go to out-of-home placement or even go to what we call the ranch. So this is an opportunity for them to get back on track for going to school. These are kids who don't play well with others, who have a lot of behavioral difficulties. So what we bring them here and sort of like help them get a handle on their behavior, to help them develop some skills and learn how to be in school, to stay in the classroom. Some kids haven't sat in a classroom. The kid could be 17. He hasn't really sat in the classroom since he was 14 years old, or her, since they were like 14 years old. And so we're trying to get them just to stay in their seat and just work through the period. I read a book called about the principles when I was at Walden House, and it just sparked something in me about thought being a creator of your universe, and it just like, and so I didn't like, it helped me realize that there was something inside of me that I could work with, that I could find a certain calmness in myself, but I didn't fully get it. And then Dr. Mills did a training south of here, I think it was in San Jose, someplace like that. And so because I'd read this book and I kind of had an idea what it was about, I said, well, I'll go to the training because nobody wanted to go. So, and I went down, and that's when he had his first book out, and he autographed it for me. And so then, it was always something I kind of like held in myself. And whenever I get real stressed out, I would go and find the book and kind of read something and kind of help me calm myself down. And it worked. And then a couple of years ago, the city discovered it, the three principles. And then we got some really good training, and I got a chance to work closely with Dr. Mills and Amy and the staff. And it was like probably the best thing I've done since I've been training, because it gave me a place, a state of mind that I could always return to no matter what was happening on campus, no matter what the kids were doing. And even when we weren't able to teach the kids state of mind, it's more important that we have a state of mind, that we can keep ourselves together and stay calm in the midst of the turmoil. And then that will impact the kids and then allow them to calm down because you're calm, because they're, going all wild and freaking out and like, well, hey, come on, let me talk to you. Sit down, have a seat. And, and they're saying all this stuff, and you're kind of like waiting for that little entry point. But the training was really, it really not only helped me here, but it helped me in my life. It's not like this is probably the best training, because it's not like, it's almost kind of selfish, because it helps you so much that you kind of like, well, you want to help other people, but you also understand when you can't do it. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It allows you to know that, well, I'm not going to be able to tell them about the three principles, but as long as I understand what's going on and I can find that entry point and that way to help them and to maybe get them to see something in themselves. But we find that of all the things we've done and of all the trainings we've had, it's been the most valuable training, because no matter what you're doing, you need to have a state of mind. You need to have a sense of awareness and a certain consciousness about what you're doing. But allow them to see, well, you think it's maybe something that you're just thinking, is it really happening? But inside of them, we see some really beautiful human beings, kids that just, they're very creative, they're very intelligent, and they have some wonderful ideas about the world, because when you ask them what's their best idea, it coincides with anything you or I would think about. It's like, yeah, they have the idea, but they have this idea that it's not going to happen because of the neighborhood they live in, and it's sort of takes that away from them, takes away that hope. And so what we're trying to do is instill that hope and let them know that in spite of your circumstances, yeah, you can make it, you can be something.